Okay. Alright, so this is going to be an Iron Quest. For those of you unfamiliar with my content, Iron Quest is the general term I use where I set forth a challenge and try to meet that challenge within a certain amount of time. It's typically about 15 to 30 minutes. And do it without character death. So, yes, we're going to go for a deathless gameplay here, but I'm not going to play on any of the servers that I've already played on. I do have some favorites. I went through earlier today and I looked at the the servers that are available. Well, actually, we'll just do this real fast. We'll show you guys what I do. First, I check officials because they're public servers. You can join them without having to be part of anybody's friend group or anything like that. And then I go to the America region, and normally I go ahead and I'll limit the ping. I just want to be 99. Let's do that. Alright, so we only get these little guys up here. Alright, this is a few showing up. Okay, so now none of these are on my favorite list yet, so we're going to give it a couple more a few more minutes, maybe a minute or two more, so we get some 60. We had a 66 up there. Now, you might think that a server with a low population, a low ping would be perfect. Honestly, not really, because if this guy can maintain a 99 ping with more than half, almost 3/4 of his population maxed out, that's pretty damn stable. So we're going to go ahead and pop that as a favorite, and that's 3650. Go try it out. I may do that later, but I want to find one with a low population server. Means that either they don't play at this time of the day, or there really just isn't that many people on there. You might not have many temples on the map. I've noticed that the more temples you find on your map when you first load in, the greater the chances of you running into slow rendering rates because of massive buildings with nothing but foundations for walls and even ceilings. I've seen some people do some ceilings. And it's all to protect against other players attacking you, and of course the purge, which will just destroy endlessly. So we're going to go for a low ping. I think one of these choice. That's a favorite already, but I don't think I've actually played in it. Oh no, I have played on this one. This one's got a level 24 character on it already, so we're not going to use him. Let's go for 3803. I just like the way that one sounds. We're going to favorite it, and we're going to load it. Let's see what happens. The way that one sounds. We're going to favorite it, and we're going to load it. And I am using my mobile to watch my stream, so there's a little bit of a delay there. Because I may not be able to be on headset for very much longer, given the time of day that I'm doing this. I don't do polished videos. I don't do videos. I do streams, basically, video logs of my activities in the gaming world. What I should be doing right now is actually painting, but I really want to get this out there. Okay, we got a little bit of a hang here. I can hear some background noise in there. It's hard to tell. Oh, here we go. Perfect. Alright, so probably not a good idea, probably not a good indicator. In a PvP server, you want as smooth a connection as you possibly can. Namely because when you go up against a boss fight, you're going to have some serious issues if you can't position yourself properly and anticipate a strike and block it properly. And in the CONAN EXILES, there's only light and heavy attacks. Heavy attacks apply a status effect based on your weapon. There's only light and heavy attacks and the dodge that you get. Everything else is based on your player skill. Your thumb skill is going to matter. Your sense of timing and everything else. I'm going to go for a Shemite. Just because I like archers and I play the economy in lots of different online games. We're going to go for Mitra because that's an early access to an ambrosia and also a potion, which is a journey step. We'll check off that. Now we're going to go ahead and mess around with the heads. Guys don't get many choices for their heads, their faces. You get some basic archetypes, and then that's pretty much it. The female characters get a bit more variety. Let's see. The hair in this game is meh. It is what it is. Something to cover the top of your skull. Let's see. Look for some furious eyebrows. Ooh, there we go. That's kind of furious looking. Let's see. Whatever you like that. Okay, there we go. That's good enough. Facial hair. I'm not a fan of the facial hair in this game. Because that looks like, you know, that's like what a 20-something would try to grow. Honestly, I've seen some pretty ratty beards, and even that's just over the limit. Let's see. Oh, let's go for the dark and hollowed eyes. Let's go for, like, I haven't slept in weeks. Is that pretty bad looking? Let's see. What about this one? What is? Oh no, that's just. That's way too. Yeah, very Egyptian. Let's see. Let's check these guys. Here we go. That's pretty good. All right, so we don't use the black. Go for like a reddish, puffy kind of color. No, that's too red. There we go. That's probably good. All right, the face details. That looks okay. Let's see. Thinner the mouth, the bigger the scowl. Let's see. That almost looks like he's just smirking. We'll do that. Pull the ears back. We'll leave that where they are. The eye scale. Let's go for there we go. And too sad looking. There we go. That's good enough. Spacing. Oh, just go mid-range there. We'll choose that one. Okay. Body features. Now, pretty much everything on your character except for religion doesn't have any real game impact. But the size of your character does, because it's kind of hard to hide when you're standing 8 foot tall. So since I'm going to be playing a stealth mode character, this is going to be my size. I'm going to go for as small a character as I can for as low a footprint as possible. Excuse me. Okay, sorry for the mic pop, but I had to be off mic there for a few seconds. Yeah, partial nudity, whatever. I don't care too much about the physique. What does that do for a guy? Okay. Huh. Alright, well, whatever. I've noticed they've disabled this endowment slider. First few weeks of the game, you could, really play around with that, but whatever. Okay, strangling a moneylender. Yeah, I can see that. Freeing slaves, I would definitely do that. Destruction of property. Okay, so we're going to go for RPG kind of flavor on this character. So strangling a moneylender, freeing slaves, and destruction of properties. Now, by mechanics, I have to take a slave. I have to create a thrall as part of one of the journey steps. Plus, I'm going to need a thrall if I'm going to do destruction of property, because it's only alchemists that can make the fire and the grease orbs and the gas orbs. So that's something I'm going to be wanting to do. I'm going to need to get hold of an alchemist. So I do. If there was anything else in this game that I could change around that I would want to see modified in the gameplay, we can skip that. One would be to be able to move crafting stations and furniture around without having to destroy it. Okay, there's only one or two floaters here, right? Just one? I only see one floater. We'll do our climb. Done. Let's do our kick. Should give me credit. Come on, kick. Okay. Roll dodge. Come on. Keep up with me, game. Gained a level already. There we go. And then we'll go find signs of intelligent life. There we go. Let's go look for my water skin. Oh, wait. We should probably check and see real fast what's on the map. So far, it doesn't look like there's any shrines. Or, I mean, temples. That doesn't say, that's not to say that there won't be some superstructure or mega fort, cloistered around the resource nodes, which would be like, right here's a good chunk of collection. Up here is a good, collection. Down here, all the way through here. This whole area right here is really good to kind of set up in, but you do have a lot of hostile mobs. And I am in the prime position spawn point. There are like 5, I think, or 6 alternate spawns that you can have along here. But I got dropped off at a pretty good one. So that's cool. Let's get that water skin, and we'll pick up that note just because. And while he's chatting away, I'll go ahead and start collecting some fiber, and immediately get some clothes. Come on, come on, come on, keep up with me. Man, that's all I ask of a game is you go faster than me. That's all I want.
I cannot go on. The life that I left behind haunts me. The sun and the glitter expires, and the buildings.
Oh, that's a branch? Shit, cool. It's very infrequent to find branches all the way out here.
I will pass the ghost fence, and this cursed land will finally end me.
Wow, I hope I don't catch emo from this letter.
I leave the last of my water, and this message. Stranger, you have my pity. You do not know how cursed you truly are.
Wow. Okay. Well, way to tilt my experience. I'm teasing. I've heard that dialogue so many times. Okay, so we got some clothes on. That was a journey step. We got to eat and drink. All right, got bugs, and got water, and then we have to kill something. Use a bedroll. Okay, now I did say that this was going to be an iron quest, which typically means no save points. Just a straight run through for as far as I can. I've already spent 12 minutes kind of mucking about, but, well, actually some of that time has been spent in the menus and building the characters, so I really can't count that. Let's start the timer. Let's see, on the video recording it shows that it's 12 minutes and 49 seconds that have been on. Let's start the timer. Let's start the timer when I get to an area where I can actually place a bedroll. Okay, because I want to get the journey step for that, but then I'm just going to pick up the bedroll and not use it. And just kind of, go for it. So let's go ahead and let's craft that bedroll. Whoops, need string. Oh man, you're gonna need so much string in this game. It is just ridiculous. Just, yeah. Maybe a stack of fiber on hand just for random crafting. Like roof tiles or torches or something like that, or repairing a torch or something like that. Making string for you're gonna need string like for everything. More or less. So just just have a rolling stock on hand of at least 10, maybe 20 pieces if you can. Alright, so we got this, we can do this, and we can do this. And let's see, rough armor does give you armor of some kind, so we want that. Alright, and the torch is done. Use the torch. Done. So now, bedrolls. Bedrolls do more than just serve as a way to advance your spawn point.
Curse this sandstorm.
But they also let you know, who, if the land you're nearby is claimed already, because you can't place a bedroll on something that's already been claimed. So you can use it kind of like one of those metal detectors, that you're claiming, but it's a claim detector. I have actually been on a few servers where I don't see any structures whatsoever, but I can't place a bedroll because the land's all claimed. And someone I ran into on a different server said, oh yeah, that they'd probably put some foundations in the shrubs or under a rock, because rocks will spawn over placeables. So you could actually hide a chest under a rock if no one comes by before that rock spawns over it, or if you pick a rock that no one's going to actually harvest, like something up along the cliffside or out of the way, just mark it on your map. Like say for instance, if I were to do this, let's zoom in real quick, because I'm kind of targeting. I'm going to try to get about right there. This is a decent spot to start up. It does put me in the sandstorm range though, because the sandstorms will blow pretty much right down the middle of the river, and they go straight into this area. So this is a cave of fiends. Well, it's not the cave of fiends, but it's Hanuman's grotto. There's a few imps in there that you can get rid of. And okay, here we go. So we can start placing bedroll. Not enough space around the bed there. So right about here is more or less when you pretty much start your game. Once you be able to start a bedroll, place a bedroll, That pretty much can get your, that is right there. Okay, so we're going to start the timer here, and now I'm going to destroy that. And done. Oh, hey, Opturi 12. Nice, hi. Sorry, I just noticed your note up there. Thanks for stopping by. I'm doing a quick run. I want to see how far I can get this character without using a bedroll to update my spawn point or bed. So basically, how many levels can I get before the character gets destroyed by the game? So I'm going to be playing a little cautiously, but I want to play quickly because I want to try to get this video into 30 minutes. Alright, so the lag is kind of picking up a bit now. No bark? Dang it. Oh, there we go. Bark. Yay! Let's go and craft ourselves. I am a day one, player. So I got the Atlantean sword recipe. Now you can craft this without the need of a blacksmith's station, which is fantastic because it only really takes you 20 iron, and you can put that together pretty quickly in the game. The only thing you're going to need to do is make a woodworking station, which is 400 wood. But again, it's not unrealistic to gather that. You can pretty much pick that up pretty quick. But my encumbrance is already at a pretty steep level right now. So we're going to get our butts moving towards the river. Let's go ahead and nosh some bugs on the way. Oh, there's an imp. Oh, it's one of the boomers. Ooh, that was bad. So, a lot of the reasons... Yeah, that doesn't count as a slay because he blew himself up. So, a lot of what I do when I start a new server like this is just kind of run around. I put all my points into encumbrance because I'll be carrying a lot of things. I'm going to need to build that. I'm going to need that, and I'm going to do that, and that's it for now. Alright, so all this stuff you can craft. So we're going to, let's go ahead and make one of these real fast. And we're going to need one of those. There goes that string again. See? Just go ahead and keep making string. It should count me pretty soon as having a dedicated weapon. Yep, there we go. There's another level. So that's technically within about 3 minutes or so, I think. There's a dedicated weapon. Should have enough materials here to make a chest here. Yep. Alright, so we can go ahead and do that now. Just go down here and grab that. And we have just enough to make a shield, which will be perfect. Alright, so slaying time. Oh, yeah, okay. It's cheesy, but oh, come on, figure it out. There we go. It counts. More importantly, what also counts is gotta pop out of that. The target lock feature in the game's a bit clumsy. So I don't really use it too much. Oh, cool. Another. Except to if I'm not facing my enemy very much. Let's see, because I keep locking into something else. There we go. Now, if you don't have a problem, you can get hide and flesh off this thing, but I personally don't feel like doing that as an RPG thing. And an acolyte of Mitra, a follower of Mitra, that's kind of gross. Even though the Mitran religion does actually have a way for you to use human hearts and human flesh as an offering to the god. So, all in flavor with the Conan universe, which is why I play this game. Otherwise, honestly, I probably wouldn't be playing a survival game like this. I'd be back in Minecraft. Alright, so we got that going on. Alright, so let's get this rabbit. Hopefully we can get some meat. Come on. He's not that fast. Alright, so go for a light attack then, obviously, because heavy attacks are just overkill. Alright, use a pick. And no, still getting hide. Really? Okay, fine. Food is becoming a real challenge here now. Let's get some more of these. I'll need this for the roof. Okay, come on now. Let's do this. Okay, let's try it with the axe now. Come on, RNG. There we go. Finally, some feral flesh. Alright, so we have our fire. Yep. Yay, he's excited. And then we're going to go ahead and drop this in. And, oh no, wait, I'm using bark. Don't ever use bark as a fuel, except for the drying station in the tannery. Alright, so we can go ahead and... I don't have enough wood, so let's see, this is close enough. We're pretty far away from the cliffs, so imps shouldn't be wandering towards us too much. Far enough away from the riverbank, so I shouldn't have to worry about crocodiles. The shalebacks, or scalebacks, they are for the most part neutral. The bulls will attack you on sight, because they're territorial, obviously. The cows will do it only if you were a threat to any of their young. Or if you attacked one of their young, or if you aggroed a mob. I've noticed this a couple times. If you've aggroed a crocodile in the area, or a bull, then the cows will come in and they'll also go ahead and you know, do some wreckage on you. Alright, so we still have enough inventory slots now. I'm going to go ahead and pop that down. And I crouched because I was trying to see where the foundation would actually land. I'm going to have to make some walls. So we're going to need, there's 2, 4, 6, 8, so I need 7 of these. And you'll notice I picked no windows because that's just a bad tactic. The problem here with putting windows on anything is that this chest is here, and even though we'll go ahead and store some stuff real fast. That's a journey. Every chest you put down, lock it. When you play in the PvE servers, you don't have to worry too much because people aren't going to be able to get into anything because it all auto locks. I think even the stations auto lock. If you don't own it, you don't access it. In other words, if you're not part of their clan or whatever. There we go. Basically, that's technically a home. Yay. Alright, so let's get some food. Eat a filling meal. And let's pop some water so we don't want to thirst. I'm gonna have to be super careful about my food and water levels. Hotter it is, the thirstier you get. The colder it is, the hungrier you get. And I am right now just trying to get... So I haven't found shelter yet. Yeah, find shelter, scout an exile, and block an attack. So I think I have enough here for this. Yep, 1, 2, 3, 4. And do I have enough for one of these? I certainly do. So, just one though. So we're going to come out here. Come on. It's a bit of lag in the area, and I'm kind of guessing that there's some imps here. Dang it. Guess I wasn't far enough to the river. That's okay though. It's taking a bit of time to get through that. Maybe that bit of a jump lag was because... Oh, cool. I can do it. We can block an attack now. Come on. There we go. So that was basically a heavy, light, heavy, heavy. So, pretty good. You know, being a low-level character, that's actually pretty decent. Oh, we needed stone. What the hell was I running towards a tree for? There we go. Here we go. No. No, it's a boomer. I don't think I can... Yeah, I don't have the skills yet to shut him down. Anyway, you kill enough of these red guys, they drop a fire gland. And you use that with your alchemist in the Firebowl Cauldron, which is, I think, level 20 to unlock that. You can make fire orbs. And with the grease orb, which is made from tar and a water ball, which is made from a glass flask filled with water and ichor, you can make grease. And so what you do is you stack up like about 5 or 6 grease orbs, and then you throw a fire orb, and then you just keep tossing fire orbs as the timer runs down, and you can pretty much burn through tier 2 foundations, you know, indoors pretty darn quickly, from what I've been told. Have not experienced it myself, have not actually watched any videos that detail it, which will probably be something that hopefully we can get through here. That we can do. Alright, so we're going to need 2 of those and 2 of those. And I always recommend, if you're going to be building like this, build on the inside. Because, and always put up the walls and the frames first. For some reason, if you put up roof tiles first, because you can right now, I could actually put the roof tiles on right now. It has a problem snapping. So, you know, the game does have some cosmetic issues. The real big thing that I have with it is, like, you know, crafting stations that are not like super heavy. You should be able to move them around. I'm mostly talking to things like, you know, the armor station or the woodworking station, or, you know, the artisan station, or more importantly, the fireball cauldron. Fireball cauldron. Can't say that really well. Gained a level because I found shelter. There we go. House. Nice. Equip a piece of light armor. Scout an exile camp. Okay, so these other 2 items, the light armor one, that's going to require me using a feat. But I'm going to go ahead and kick up my encumbrance a bit more. So we earned a perk. I want to unlock this and unlock this. And then I want to, that's for the armor station. So most of everything you're going to want early on is going to be in this first tab. If you have the points afterwards, scoot all the way over here. I'm not going to be making a bed, so I'm not going to worry about that. But I do plan to get some coal, so I'm going to make a torch, which will have us last a little longer. You want a wall, and you want the furnace for sure. And you're going to need this, because like I said, we're going to make that Atlantean sword. And since I have 3 points, I skipped the artisan table because I don't do enough in the PvP game to warrant it. Yes, you can make palisades out of it, but palisades are really only against the purge, and they break them down pretty quickly. So all it does is just mildly slow them down. If you're not near your base, or you need time to gather your materials because the purge has caught you by surprise for some reason, then that's what you're going to have to do. I have a choice between the iron tools or the tannery. Now, I don't plan to make a blacksmith station, but I am going to be doing I'm going to have to get the actual iron tools, because that's going to require it, the cauldron. Actually, we get it at level 15. That's cool. So, yeah. Let's make a note of where my house is, because I don't have a bedroll to mark it now. So we're going to zoom in, and we're going to go there, and we'll go ahead and just, I'm going to put that there, because that's my chest. There we go. Now I'll be able to find my stuff when I come back. Well, I don't have anything in the chest right now, but okay, here's an exile camp. Super duper fun. No, they haven't seen me yet. Okay, so maybe I have some time. This is my go-to weapon. This is my weapon of choice. This is the weapon that I will use the most of. And of course, making string. Now, there's a couple of archers over there. Is it one? No, it's just one archer. But we have a straggler, so we're gonna go ahead and pick him off, because he will run to the exiles. If you're attacking them, he'll come running over. Alright, so now this is where you... Oh, wow. He was a taskmaster. Shit. Bummer. Okay, so I need to remember this guy. He spawns here, so that means that you can actually get this person into your Wheel of Pain, or lesser Wheel of Pain as it would be, and he'll make the thrall process. I think it's like an hour for a follower to come out of that. It'll be less than that. Like 45 minutes maybe, I don't know. We'll find out. And we're at 30 minutes. How many levels did we get? We got 12 levels. So not really as fast as I wanted it to be. Now I'm being asked to scout a Defari camp, which pretty much is not going to happen right now.
Who's there?
Oh, wow. Okay, well, they found me. So I'm going to ignore the sword guy, take out the archer. This is a strategy here. because once you get in range... Oh, we're out of stamina. I should have put more in grit. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Come on. There we go. Then we can target lock this dude and drop his butt fast. There we go. Sorry for the sniffles. Okay, so that's basically it. Now, level 12, and, you know, 1v2, with a little bit of planning, you can, you know, in forethought, you can actually go ahead and take on pretty much any mob at this point, because you're on the river. Noob River is really good up to about level 20. After that, you kind of don't get much XP anymore, because the enemies are such a low tier. You don't need to do a target lock for this guy, but you do need to practice dodging out, because that lunge attack he does will get you. And I'm just doing heavy attacks here because I'm trying to stack the bleed. Pikes will put a bleed on the enemy, which is that debuff, and you'll see it because it'll show a red streak coming from your weapon. See, he just died right there because of that. Let's go for the axe. Let's see. Until you get the skinning dagger, pretty much any of the tools, basic tools, will get you what you want. Oh, we're going to need leather. Well, I mean hide. Makes me cringe. I don't know why. I guess I'm sympathetic to rabbits. Let's find some of the, what are those, elk? What are they called? I saw some of those. There we are. Let's see if I have enough. Actually, let's go and check my attributes. Most people would recommend against agility. I say try to get to at least the first perk, the first tier. Oh, I'm going to have to go off mic now. Oh, something I want to do real quick because, like I said, I am going to be mute playing, so I apologize. I know people like to hear background noise when they're watching movies, videos. But anyway, so notice how much faster I'm going crouching. Whether you're encumbered or not, the speed at which you move while crouching is the same. Um, Having a weapon or a tool equipped doesn't really make much of a difference. And here's something else too. Just as with crouching when you're encumbered, if I were swimming in that river, I'd swim at the same rate fully encumbered as I would be unencumbered. So this is why it's always a good idea to really. I mean, I built right here because I just did that. There's a lot of resources in the area to get things going. First off, my goal is going to be to basically start moving into the jungle. I want to get towards these salamanders here so I can start collecting the fire glands. They are a bit tougher than crocodiles to kill, so I am going to need armor. I'm going to need food sources. I may even go ahead and stay here long enough to harvest enough exiles. It sounds grisly. To actually get some ambrosias, which would be needing to make a shrine of Mitra. But the first thing we're going to do is we're going to craft this armor station, and then I'm going to craft this woodworking station, this carpenter station, make my shaped wood. I need at least 4 shaped wood, and then when I get my 40 iron stone, smelt that stuff and make my Atlantean sword, which will help me take out the salamanders most well. The pike is also a really good tool for that. The pike will definitely put in some work. So we have feral flesh. Yeah, okay. There's my station. Station. Okay, and then we'll just go ahead. We're not going to worry about putting it inside because I'm not seeing very many other people around here, and I'm not planning to walk away. So we're going to go, and for 20 hide you can make yourself a hat or a turban. I know this is kind of cool because it gives you more crafting depth, I imagine is what they're going for here. But really, I mean, if a hat takes 20 hide and 3 string, then just have us have a light turban being 20 hide and 3 strings, and not have to go through all this multi-crafting process because it's a bit encumbering. All right, so we're done here. Pretty much start collecting more hide, and then I'm going to go ahead and let's see how far I am away from a shrine of Mitra. I'm going to need 360 stone. I'm going to need 20 string. Well, always fun. So, got my cooking fire still here. And we're going to go ahead and throw in that feral flesh. And remember I told you, don't use the bark. Let's get that cooking. Let's jump in here real fast. And I'm going to drop some stuff off here to lighten the load. Lighten the load, Mr. Frodo. Hold on to these horns because at later levels you'll be using them for really cool looking armor. Hold on to the arrows because even though bows are trite, they are a journey step. Hold on to your C's and obviously the fiber. I'm going to store this real quick too. And my health is actually pretty shitty, so let's go ahead and eat some bugs to regenerate. And I'm going to run up to the river and restock on some water, both on the water skin and oh, something else I'm not doing, which I really recommend. Anytime you're moving, press down on that square button because you will passively harvest anything that can be harvested on the way. You can always dump out what you don't need. You don't have to keep everything. There's some things that are just, there we go, fully stocked. That was a rabbit, but it's just a stone. So branches are really important. They're not the most stable of structures, but in a pinch, a single stone foundation and a single thatch roof element would be enough to provide you just enough shelter to survive a sandstorm. I'll show you that real quick, actually. It's kind of crazy. At least at the next tier up of roofing. You have to be I think is it an apprentice roofer? Let's check it out and see what happens here. I have attribute points. I'm going to put some of that. I know really what you should be doing on a PvP server is strength, vitality, and grit. You should focus on those three attributes right off the bat. But because I plan to move east really quickly, and I plan to be using light armor, getting the first pass of Iron Endurance actually does improve your armor rating significantly. And then, of course, Encumbrance, because I'll be hauling quite a bit of material up and back. So, I segued and lost my thought. I do that sometimes. Alright, so we're going to need lots of stone here. Oh, that's right. Let's check out my food. So I need to get that going. There we go. And there we go. Keep noshing that. We're going to build a shrine here, and I'm going to camp out for a little bit. Grab about maybe 5 or 6 ambrosias, which will be enough to help me survive going downriver. So coming up on almost a full hour of gameplay, which means that I am going to stop the stream. I'm already like 15 minutes over the time limit that I'd like to do, and probably be AFK for a little bit, but I'm going to keep the game running in the background. Let you know what server I'm on. I'm on 3803. So if you play the game, you play PvP, you want to start a new character and want to play along and play Iron Quest with me, this is a go ahead and use the bed and bedroll to get your journey step and get your XP credit for that, but destroy it afterwards, because this is a no sleep game. This is an insomnia and deathless. Character death boots you from the game. So unlike Minecraft, where I am not the host here, if I die, I leave the game, and you're welcome to stay on and continue playing, and we can actually do this all as a clan. So you don't need to be my friend on a friends list or anything like that, but you can just join up the server. My name is Hakobot, and you'll probably find my crafting station here, and you'll see the door there, and you'll see this. I'm right here, so if you want to join up and play alongside, I typically play throughout the day off and on. I will, you know, if you're joining me and you like to know when I'm going to be on, you can PM me, HAKOBOT. It's obvious, and say, hey, you know, I'm interested in playing Iron Quest with you. I want to join the clan, and we'll call ourselves the Scholars. Actually, I'll go ahead and do that real fast. And like I said, it's an Iron Quest, and that means no beds and no death. But you can use the bedroll and the bed for the credit, the XP credit. There we go, Scholars. So just PM me. Let me know you want to join the clan Scholars. Want to play on the server 3803 with me, doing the Iron Quest. And that, like I said, you know, if my character dies here, the spoils of our gain go to the clan, so that means you guys all have to learn to share. But appreciate watching. If you're watching, if you want to leave a comment, you want to suggest a further challenge, you can do that as well. So have fun and enjoy the game.